Hello. Well, that's not how I started the video.
The reason why you did that is because you went 3, 2, 1 before you started, then you pressed it, and then you went hello. And you're like, wait.
Forgot what I was recording. It's been too long.
Never recorded a long time.
I don't know how to do this.
Oh, wait.
Hey guys, what is up? Zero here.
Please keep that in.
And well, no, I'm keeping it in. Fuck that shit. I'm not editing this.
Good.
You think I edit my videos? Welcome back to Fruits of the Literature Club. In the last episode, Yuri stuff happened. I know what happened. I was joking. We were talking with Julia, and she was all like, "You're gonna have to leave the club because you know you're being targeted." And MC was like, "No, brooding."
You have to leave. No.
You didn't let me finish. He's like, brooding. Okay, fine. Oh no, okay, fine. He's like, no, I don't want to leave. And then she's like, but you have to. The law, the people upstairs says so. And he's like, oh man, brooding. But then he's like, no, you must help me out to get me out of the situation. Brooding. And she's like, okay, fine. And then there you go. And now we are going to go meet with the higher ups to discuss stuff with it and everything to see and tell them how we want to stay, and then they're gonna be like, or I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see. The car accelerates down the road, roaring loudly as if it ever gets so closer to our destination. Are you okay?
Yes.
Because I'm trying to read and you're still laughing.
No,
Is the car going down the road that funny to you?
No, the reason why I laughed is because it was the perfect line for my wheezing. The car is going down the road.
Were you voice acting the car?
No, I didn't do it on purpose. That's why I laughed more.
Oh, I was like, were you trying to be the car? Won't play the girls, but you'll play the car.
No.
Just fine. I've been officially discharged from the hospital. However, I don't feel like it. Medically, I'd check out and I just need a rest for a while. Everything still stings, burns, and aches. Especially my stomach. The wound wasn't severe enough to where medical staff need to use staples, so they use stitches. And they're still holding my stomach closed while it repairs itself. The sensation of my skin pulling against the stitches under my abdomen just slightly turns, sends a chilling feeling through my body. It's not the greatest feeling, that's for damn sure. Julia picked me up right after I was handed my discharge papers and quickly ushered me to her car. She isn't in her normal casual suit or tank top attire. She's complete in a full formal business suit, which actually clings and contours to her body very well. I only have the clothes she brought me from my house. A white short-sleeved shirt and black slacks. And I guess you could say I was semi-formal, if that at all. Julia didn't give me any extra time to go home and prepare for this, and was adamant I wear what she brought me. What was worse is how quiet she was during our drive. I made multiple attempts to talk to her, and only got partial and fragmented statements as answers. You know what, maybe you're not a very good conversation starter. Maybe you're not doing the right one. After a while, I just stopped caring and wait for us to arrive. When we enter a checkpoint, Julie hands both her ID and mine to the guard. He checks both of them and looks at our faces before returning them and opening the gate. I look around the huge property and watch all the people walking to and from the many buildings peppering it. Then, my eyes focus on a large building in the center, which is the main building of this post and where I'm going. Julia parks the car, she looks over at me, and keeps her tone professional. I'll be with you during this interview. I want you to explain everything that you feel is going to help keep you here. Understood. Shall we go? She doesn't respond and exits the car. I do the same and follow her into the building. Several recognizable faces look at me when I walk through the main doors. You know, she could have at least said that yes, she's ready. You know, they're gonna be rude. Julia and I enter in an elevator and head to an upper level floor. When we get out of the elevator, my feet step on a very expensive and lush shag carpet. The waiting room across from us, surrounded in pristine glass, calls out to me. After signing in, I sit down in the waiting room with Julia and prepare. isn't long before I'm called. Well, it doesn't just say it's all cozy. Got a nice couch over there, potted plant back there. He's got a little the plant's got a little brother. And he's got his big old uncle on the far left.
Oh yeah.
Looks lovely. Following, I think we've been in this house. I think we've been in this room before.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Following a rather cute intern, I am led to an office that's very similar to Julia's. Julia sits down on one of the two couches placed in the middle of the office. I stand at the door and bring my attention to a figure sitting at the desk at the end of the room. 4219, reporting as ordered, ma'am. Sit down. Yes, ma'am. I quickly walk over to the chair on the opposite side of her desk and sit down at it. But there's no... Is there a chair? Maybe he's sitting on the table. Keeping my eyes on her for the entirety of my movement. The woman before me is someone I've seen only a few times around here. I've heard from other coworkers that she's a stone-cold bitch. Others say she's a warm-hearted angel. Better to have her than the others I could be speaking to, I guess. Alright, so let's see here. She looks through several papers that are neatly placed onto her desk. 4219, you were injured during an altercation on the 9th? Correct, ma'am. And the reason for your injury was? Ma'am, the reason for my injury was due to an attempt to escape a hostile situation I found myself in. She starts writing into a notebook, not making eye contact with me a single time as I speak. Hostile situation? Elaborate. Petty criminals abducted both myself and a classmate I was with at the time. She stops writing and looks up directly into my eyes. Petty criminals abducted you? Correct, ma'am. Before we continue, I believe I need an explanation for that. Certainly. I am definitely aware of my abilities as an employee here, and I am sure you are as well. During the incident, I assessed the threat and found it a better approach to get kidnapped so I can infiltrate. Once I was inside the building my classmate and I were in, I then found it easier to escape the situation. So you're telling me that you let yourself get kidnapped so you can sabotage the group of petty criminals internally? I couldn't have said it any better myself, ma'am. I see. Why did you feel this was the best approach? At the time, I was outnumbered with several armed aggressors surrounding me. If I fought back, I would have surely died. Interesting for someone with your ranking to say that. Ma'am, I fully understand the situation, the circumstances I was getting in. It was favorable, but I took the route I did. Well, I guess you did something right, because the police ended up handling the situation following your escape. She reaches into her pile of papers and pulls out a police report. What exactly was the motivation of these petty criminals? Oh, they really liked grapes. So they were like, they really wanted that purple-haired girl.
Yeah, they really like grapes.
They really like grapes in the color purple. They just have a very big fascination with the color purple.
Yeah.
Barney the dinosaur I found some Barney paintings on around.
Pretty girl with purple hair, grab her. Okay.
Get her! Get all the purple-haired girls! Get everything that's purple! There was eggplants everywhere. Money, ma'am. Well, that too. They're intending on extorting us for ransom. I use the word extort because I know for a fact that she's going to use that word very soon. Extorting you for money, huh? Well, it seems here that you provided your division chief a statement that is different. Well, I failed I failed this Ace Attorney mission.
Hold it!
It was, no, you're not, hold it. That's different than what it says on this paper. Dun, 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 dun. She looks at another paper and reads what it says. I was asked about my personal affiliations and my employer. This doesn't look like it's for money, Zero. Ma'am, with all due respect, I believe you should understand the context of the situation better. That paper is bullshit! Excuse me? What if you actually did say that? Excuse me? Zero? I mean that no disrespect. Thus why I used with all due respect. That never works. That's like the equivalent of no offense.
No offense, but you're...
With all due respect, ma'am, you're an asshole. Like, that doesn't work.
That's like if someone was like, no offense, but... And then they called you the N-word.
But I hate you.
Yeah.
Please, may I continue with what I was saying? Make it good. Ma'am, it's not uncommon for victims in a kidnapping to be asked about employment or family affiliations. Especially if it is going to be based around ransom. If you kidnap someone, you want to make sure you're extorting money out of the right people. If it turns out that the person you kidnapped works for a very wealthy company, you use that. So what? Did you just tell them who we were? Negative. In fact, I told them my employment was with a janitorial firm, part-time. That is what I meant by personal affiliations and employer. It still doesn't sound like that. Again, ma'am, I was also extremely unstable at the time of that statement. I was under the influence of extreme narcotic painkillers in the hospital. Yeah, blame it on the drugs! Take them away! Why am I the lawyer for the other side? Who hired me? I just exited hypervolemic shock and I was still dizzy and not all there. My word usage could have been a little better, I agree, but not scrutinized deeply. Makes sense. Thank you for explaining that. You understand what I would have to do if this was an attack on the agency, right? Mandatory relocation. I'm painfully familiar with that. It sounds like you would be opposed to that. Very much so. Explain. Ma'am, I wanted to sort of create a stable environment for myself. One where I could attend a local school and broaden my own horizons, while also performing my duties as a reserve. And since arriving where I am now, I have done just that. I'm attending a high school, I'm a member of an academic activity after school, and I'm providing myself a stable living environment that I've wanted since I was a child. All the while, I'm still maintaining and even exceeding the standards the staff here have laid out for me. Huh, interesting. I thought you were just a block of wood that we hired.
Oh.
I've never seen you show emotion before.
Emotion from you?
He's like the Persona 3 protagonist.
When the P3 protagonist shows
Yeah,
emotion.
they have to teach him how to, the girls taught him how to feel.
Yeah.
She looks off to the side and pulls out a folder with several sheets of paper inside. Placing several of them on the desk, she looks over them with great interest. Yeah, I guess you're correct about that. Your scores from the simulated training exercises, and even from your quarterly reviews, are still extremely high. Correct, ma'am. Now that I have a stable environment for myself, I believe it has given me great benefit. I'm able to not only grow my education and dive into extracurricular activities and experience, I'm also training just as much as I did before. Interesting. What about your injuries? Are they going to be impacting you from training? Correct. And that's a big disappointment. I stay silent and wait for her to continue writing in her notebook. Alright, thank you for this. I believe it has helped me come to an informed and objective decision. I hold my breath as she looks between both Julia and I. You are granted medical leave for 7 days. Immediately following your leave, you're going to be given an assignment and relocated elsewhere for the duration of that assignment. I don't respond and just tilt my head, looking at the floor in defeat. This is a temporary assignment and will last for 6 months. And since your performance has, if anything, increased since you lived here, you'll be permitted to return following this assignment. I look back and notice her staring at me. I know you don't wish to leave, Zero, but for the safety and security of the intelligence you possess, we're going to be ensuring measures on our end. Do you understand me? Yes, ma'am. I do. Good. Since you have operational housing here, I'll put a hold on that so when you return it's still available to you. I appreciate that. Julia, do me a favor and keep an eye on him. Of course, ma'am. Is there anything else you request from us? No, but we have the same voice, so we should probably stop talking. Also, you're dismissed. I nod to her, stand up, and walk out of the room with Julia. Honestly, you didn't get that bad. You get to return after 6 months. Just, there you go. Better than not returning at all.
Yeah, 6 months isn't even that long.
That's basically their school year.
Yeah.
There you go. Just 6 months. It's not that bad. There you go. Congratulations. What? I didn't even say that right. Congratulations. I said that weirdly.
Hey, you did.
She places her hand on my shoulder when we get back to the elevator. It'll be okay. I promise, Zero. I don't speak. Silence is the only thing I can really give her right now. Maybe only a temporary assignment, but I already know how hard this is going to be for the girls and for myself. They promised me it's temporary until I get the papers that say it's not permanent. But it's probably for the best. Why does he keep saying the girls and not just Yuri? I feel like it's really only going to impact Yuri really hard. Like, the girls might be like, oh, that sucks, we lost a member, but like, I think it's really only... See, look, Yuri's not even here! I feel like it's only really would impact the... Okay, maybe Sayori, but that's because Sayori cries about everything.
There is a baby anyway.
Who, Yuri or Sayori?
I said Sayori.
Sayori is easy to cry. Sayori cries about a lot of things, so it makes sense why she would cry. I never understood, like, it's probably, like I said, it's decently sad to the other girls, but, like, I don't think they'd be like, oh no! Why?
I don't think the other girls in these routes get enough screen time for it to be like.
That's
oh,
what I was saying. I don't feel like they have enough screen time to care.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of care. I mean, yeah, like I said, their member's leaving, so that kind of sucks, but you didn't spend that much time with him.
Why is this setting as if, like, he died or something?
No, it's okay. He's leaving. It's kind of sad, to be fair. For Sayori, and they have to do a send-off. I can see why this is happening.